Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dan Hauser, Athletic Director here at High Point University. I would like to welcome you to the Nido and Mariana Qubein Arena Conference Center for our press conference today. Thank you for joining us for this exciting day for the Big South Conference, High Point University, and the city of High Point. College basketball tournament time in March. It's hard to identify anything better in sports. From the buzzer-beating shots, bench-clearing court celebrations, upsets, survive and advance, and cutting down the nets. So many iconic and memorable images. There's a reason this time of the year has been coined March Madness. For more information on the exciting madness that is coming soon to High Point, please help me welcome HPU President, Dr. Nido Qubein.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you and welcome to your university on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. I'm glad to see all of you, and you better win the championship right here. I'm telling you publicly right here. I'm watching you guys. You're looking good so far. Let me see. High Point University is known for a lot of milestones. That's no surprise to anybody from the city of High Point. We have done the impossible over the years, and we're honored today that we have been chosen by the Big South Conference to host the championship come March. We believe that it's going to be a great venue for a great Big South Conference, for wonderful schools that will come here to compete and play with great effort and energy right here in the city of High Point. Let me just introduce a couple of people here. We're glad that our Mayor Jay Wagner is here. Thank you for being here, Jay. We're glad that City Manager Tasha Logan Ford is here. So I want you to notice we bring out the big guns over here. And we've got some council folks here. We've got Michael Holmes is here. Michael, there you are. Monica Peters is here from City Council. Stand up, Monica. Let them see you. And Bill and Britt Moore is here. Britt, good to see you, my friend. I hope I didn't miss anybody from City Council. We're delighted to have you here. We appreciate the support of our mayor, our city manager, and our council as we do the important work of this university, regardless what it is, athletics or otherwise. They're always right there, standing by us and doing good things. From the police department, we have the chief, Travis Stroud. Chief, where's the chief? There he is. I'm always nice to him because he always carries a gun, this guy. And then the chief of our fire department, Tommy Reed, right here, one of the biggest champions of this university. And then from Visit High Point, which is our tourist commission here that bring in visitors to our city. We call it Visit High Point. The president, Melody Burnett. Melody, good to see you. And the president of our Chamber of Commerce, we call Business High Point, Rachel Collins. Where are you, Rachel? Good to see you. Where others? We have others here. We have former Mayor Bill Benzini here. We have the head of our Furniture Market Authority and others. Everybody here is important. We appreciate you, everyone, for being here. As you've always risen to the occasion, you've always supported this institution of higher learning. You've always been there for our athletes, our scholar athletes, and we're very, very grateful for all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you live in the city of High Point, I hope you understand the magnitude of what it means to bring a basketball championship to our city. This is a momentous occasion for many, many reasons, not the least of which is that this is the first ever at High Point University that we get to do this championship. I also want you to know that the championship is not always on a college campus. For example, the last 2-3 years, it was in Charlotte at a neutral site. So this is a double whammy that we can get them to the city of High Point. And I also want you to know that the several universities have made presentations on behalf of their own sites to bring this championship. Each of us worked hard. Each of us presented to the commissioner and the CEOs of the Big South Conference data, information about our city, about our university, about our capacity to provide important resources. We promised that they will have the most hospitable city in the world, that they will have have the best venue. It is the best venue in Big South, make no mistake. And we promise that this will be a memorable occasion. We will treat every guest here with love and appreciation and hospitality, as is the way for all of us who live in this city and in this region. So we look forward to having this important championship in High Point. I just want you to know what this really means for us on many, many fronts. For our athletes, of course, it's a great honor to be playing on their home court. For other schools that will come here to compete, it also means a lot to play in a beautiful venue in a wonderful city, in the furniture capital of the world. For our economic impact, it is enormous. 20,000 people will come to the city of High Point for this conference championship, which goes about 4 days, 5 days. And let me just put it in perspective for you. The athletes alone, just the teams, and the bands that come with them. Every school brings its own band over here. And we take some band as they allow us at the Big South, and we take our dance team and all of those people. Just those alone will have more than 600 rooms rented in our hotels in our city. There will be some 400,000 household viewers who will watch this on an ESPN network and via the web. So the economic impact is something like $7.2 million for this city over a 4-day period. However, it is practically impossible to equate and qualify and quantify the impact of a championship in a location like High Point. For us, this is a badge of honor. It is a wonderful occasion for all of High Pointers to be proud of, to acknowledge and understand that we built a facility that others have noticed. And I want you to know that the CEOs of Big South, every one of them, responsible president of a university, president or chancellor of a university in Big South, all 9 of them were cordial, and the camaraderie was over the top. Each of us spoke about our institutions, each of us made the case, and through a very articulate process that our commissioner administered along with the chair of the CEO board, it was really a marvelous experience. High Point in the end won this presentation and bid, and we are proud of that. I want to make sure that our coaches, both of them, the men's basketball coach and the women's basketball coach, our Coach Brambury is with child at the moment. She promised the child will arrive before she's down on the court, guiding us through a winning streak. But she's in good health, and we're glad that she's here. And Alan, we're glad to have you from Creighton here leading our men's basketball. So ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce now a lady for whom I have a lot of respect. I've known this lady for a long time. I used to hate her, but now I love her. And I'll explain to you why. She played basketball. She was a star basketball player at Gardner-Webb, so every time she played us, we hoped she'd have a cold or a flu or something and not show up, but she'd show up. And we watched her over the years as she was a star player and went on to work at the Big South, worked her way up, worked at another conference, and came back with unanimous approval of our CEOs and ADs to be our commissioner. She is a lady of distinction and a lady who is respected among other commissioners across America and the NCAA, and a lady who brings an articulate view to everything she does. She's both elegant and as beautiful on the inside as she may appear to you on the outside. We are truly, truly privileged to have Sharika Montgomery as the commissioner of the Big South. And she is going to guide us in great ways and successful ways. And I'm very proud that she's with us here today. Would you please help me welcome my colleague, Sharika Montgomery.
Thank you so much, Dr. Qubein, for those very kind sentiments. And thank you to each and every one of you all who has come to join us today for this very exciting occasion. Specifically, I'd be remiss if I didn't start with just thanking the leadership of this university, and that is Dr. Nido Qubein, as well as Director of Athletics Dan Hauser, and the entire High Point University community. So if you all would join me in just giving them a round of applause for Alanka-Mustin City. Thank you. Specifically to our student athletes who have joined us today, I know this will be an extraordinary event for you all, our coaches to come and to compete, our administrators and fans to engage, and our community partners to collaborate in showcasing the great city of High Point, North Carolina. As Dr. Qubein just noted, over the last 3.5 months, Big South Conference leadership, administrators, coaches have vigorously engaged in the RFP process to ensure our men's and women's basketball student athletes from all 9 member institutions would have a memorable and supreme championship experience. There are multiple bids submitted, all very competitive, albeit it was unanimously approved that High Point University will be awarded this wonderful opportunity. When considering this very important decision, there are several principles that we were reminded us that guide us in everything that we do. And first and foremost, that is the student-athlete experience with an emphasis on gender equity, success in the NCAA postseason by rewarding regular season performance, obviously being in a very centrally located area when it comes to minimizing missed class time, as well as making sure we were good stewards from a financial standpoint. As we look ahead to the upcoming opportunity, there are 3 areas of emphasis I'd like to leave you all with. As we spoke about, and I shared this with Dan, there's a key word that is so fitting for this great university and this great city, and that is extraordinary. I know our student athletes will have both an extraordinary and an elevated student athlete experience. When we think about our student athletes, you all are the reason why we do what we do every single day, day in and day out. I'd be remiss if I didn't highlight a phenomenal leader that we have joining us today, and that's Callie Schreier here. Callie, I'm gonna ask you to stand up. Thank you. Not only does Callie represent the great University of High Point very well, she also represents all student athletes here at High Point University as the president of the SAC, which stands for our Student Athlete Advisory Committee. I oftentimes say, who better to opine on the student athlete experience than the student athletes themselves? Not only does she do that, on the national level, Callie also is a member of the Women's Basketball Student Athlete Engagement Group that one member from each 32 Division I conference is represented. And this is our fearless leader here, and we're so grateful for you and all that you do, Callie. So thank you. When it comes to the great statistics that Dr. Nido Qubein just mentioned, we will be very intentional in eager engagement in the community. We want to make sure that there's not only an economic impact, but a social impact to our student athletes from across our conference. They won't just come into this city and play their basketball tournament here, but we will engage with our community leaders, our young people in the city, and making sure that when we have this place packed, they're able to look up to these student athletes and say not only that they have a phenomenal experience in this arena, but also throughout this great community as well, and we look forward to that. Lastly, an emphasis on educating and highlighting who we are as the Big South Conference. I'm so honored to stand here as the 4th commissioner. We are celebrating 40 years of providing a pathway to higher education while competing at the highest level, and that is something we're so excited about. Our tagline states, "Where winners are made," and that's exactly what we do here. We win. We win in the classroom, we win in the community, and we also win on the court. As a former student athlete, I stand here as a testament to the commitment of the holistic student athlete experience that's been provided for the last 40 years. We are Big South made. Lastly, we have 190 days until the first tip of the championship, and we're so excited about that. And we're counting, yes, 190 days, people. In closing, the Big South Conference looks forward to partnering and working alongside High Point University in the coming months as we commence planning and logistical efforts. We will be activating efforts to ensure our student athletes have an outstanding March Madness experience. Our fans are properly welcomed to this great city and marvelous university, and most importantly, there will be 2 teams that will be crowned as champions here during our tournament. Lastly, but definitely not least, we're so grateful to all of our partners and our new partners that we look forward to engaging with here in the High Point University area. I'd like to thank Hercules Tires, our title sponsor. This will be the 5th year for their continued commitment and partnership, as well as our future partners who's joined us today. With that, I'd like to welcome Jessica Hambrick from Hercules Tires. Thank you so much.
All right, those are some tough acts to follow. Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Hambrick. I am the Corporate Digital Analyst here today on behalf of Hercules Tires, the official tire partner of the Big South Conference. Over the past 5 years, we've had the opportunity to provide valuable resources to support our student athletes, be it in the community, be it on campus, or in competition. At Hercules Tires, our team is guided by principles such as fairness, respect, and strength, all things that are perfect alignment with this partnership with Big South. We look forward to continuing to partner with the Big South and bringing it home, showing Herculean support throughout the season, and looking forward to the 2024 Hercules Tires Big South Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. So, thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you so much, Sharika, and all the Big South Conference membership for providing us this opportunity and the confidence that you've shown in voting for us to host this tournament championships. We guarantee you that we will put every effort into making sure this is an extraordinary experience for all involved. A couple of media announcements here, conference announcements. We're going to have a big group photo here. At the end, we'll move the podium and have a group photo here. And then following that, for the media, we'll be doing one-on-one interviews for entities and individuals in the conference room. So following the group photo, you can go down there to get one-on-one interviews and comments regarding our announcement today. For everyone that showed up, thank you so much for attending the press conference. We are excited to have this event here in High Point. We look forward to seeing you all basketball season, but particularly March, when we tip this thing off here on our court in the Qubein Center. So thank you so much. Have a great day.